What is going on? It is go time. This is Mortar Mike, and this is yet another Watcher of Realms video. Today, we once again take on one of the most important areas in the game that you should be mastering so that you can get the maximum rewards for the upcoming content that is coming, and also get you some nice rewards during the day-to-day. The Guild v Guild. Why do I say that the Guild v Guild is one of the most important areas? Simply put, it's one of the areas that a lot of players overlook when they want to get great rewards. It's one of the places that you can get your ancient summons. So you can use those to pull your ancient lords or your Lego lord. It's where you get your guild credit. It's one of the easiest ways to just get benefits in the game. And plus, once you know how to do good attacks and good defenses, you become unstoppable in the content. Especially if you do like I've been telling you in the past couple of videos, and that's farming gear rate 1, 2, and 3. Yes, we're getting right into the details. Farming gear rate 1, 2, and 3 allows you to get the majority of the demons that you need to do wonderfully in Guild v Guild. Now, what are we gonna do first? First and foremost, the most important thing is put on the war colors because it's go time. Did it work? It did not. There we go. There we go. We're working. Okay, let's get into the game, shall we? Full screen that bad boy. So we have 8 battles today. What we're going to be doing today is going against a couple of different teams. Oh, I want to show you this. This is important for you to know. On the bottom right-hand side, I still have Demon Soldier. I still have a red dot that is not activated. So I have one, I think maybe 2 demons that I have not upgraded. That is intentional. So you see my Scourge and also my Mage have not been upgraded. That is intentional because the Odyssey event is going to be coming very soon. And in the Odyssey event, one of the requirements is to upgrade one of your demon champions. I do not know if it's retro. I do not know if you've already done it to give you credit for it. So I want to keep at least one ready. So when that content comes out, I am prepared to jump to that next area and help myself towards the next part of the game, which I heard at the very end, you get 2 things. 1, you get a new Dolores skin. You've seen that already, it's fire. And 2, you get a brand new legendary Lego. You get a brand new Lego that adds to the game. I'm really looking forward to that. So just, save one. It looks like we are ahead in this battle. We're triumphing against Triumph. Fairly close match still, 75 to 71, and we have 20 more attacks than they do. So we technically have the upper hand, but let's see what matches we can get into. I'm open to both options today. I'm open to doing the Central Keep or the Stronghold, the left to right ones. Dimitro has not been touched. So I'm gonna look at the teams, see if I have an idea of how to beat those teams, and then proceed. So Captain Rev, Hatset, and Arrogance is a pretty nice combo. Regulus in the front, Vortex in the back. I wanna say this is gonna be a bunched up team in the back corner. I'm willing to bet it's a bunched up team in the back corner. If it is, there's a chance I can beat them with boomies, but I have to be very careful with my timing. They are bunched up in the back corner. What I have to do, like I said before, is I have to get the boomies in range to do enough damage to get the kills. So against this team, what am I going to do? I will say this, Captain Rev will be easy to kill. From a distance, not up close. From a distance, he will be easy to kill. So I would start off with something like the Giant Tank, and then I would send in the Bookkeepers because once I kill Captain Rev, the Bookkeepers can drop Hatsa and can drop Arrogance in this formation because where Leorius is Regulus.
Is that a challenge?
Jesus, wrong game altogether. Where Regulus is, he's gonna make a T pattern where he gets hit and everything that's in that T area takes damage. So that's going to be Hatset and it's also going to be Arrogance. Why is that important? Because Vortex can only heal 1 champion at a time. His ult gives shields really quickly and he gets a little bit of a boost, but it's going to be hard to keep up with the Bookkeepers doing constant AoE damage over and over again. And if you double stack them, which I usually call it merge, if you bring them out at about the same time where they're right on top of each other, they become magnificent because their damage, yes, it's double damage, but let's be honest, actually, it counts as more, not by numbers, but by quality in the combat because the attacks aren't spread apart. It's one single hit, which means you can kill them without the opportunity for them to get healed. So what am I going to use for this team? I have my tank, I have my Bookkeepers. To be honest, that's almost enough to take on this team. I'm not going to use the boomies. I would rather just take out Captain Rev because I believe that I can take him down. Once Captain Rev is gone, the Bookkeepers are really going to take over. My melee guys may help, and the doggos are just in case things get hairy. I don't think I'm going to need the neck rolls, I'll be honest. I think I'm going to be better off bringing the healer in. A lot of people don't like using the healer. The healer is great for your tanks. For your champions, for your demons with high HP, that's where you want to use the healer. I think that this is a feasible team. Since I'm sending a tank, Hatset has a very difficult time with tanks. She doesn't do a lot of damage independently. Her ult's pretty good, but there's a lot of health on this champion, on this demon, especially if I send a healer with him. I think we're gonna have an easy win here. Plus I got a pretty high BP. Click quick affiliate before every battle, whether you believe you did it or not. Guarantee that you have the right affiliation. Best choice champions you want on the far left side. So you see I have my tank over here, followed by the next most important, so on and so forth. You want the highest BP on the champions that matter the most for this to work. In this case, I need that tank to work because if he pulls off, then I'm gonna be able to get anybody as good damage behind him and that should work out. If that tank can survive this battle, I'm in good standing. So I'm gonna send the tank followed by 2 bookkeepers. If I can't kill Rev with the 2 bookkeepers, because I'm pretty sure that I can, if I can't kill him with the 2 bookkeepers, then I'm going to send in the cleavers and finish the job. All right, so that's 1. That's a terrible merge. That is not a merge at all. That's an independent drop. So the damage fall off is pretty bad here in this case because they dropping attacks independently, they have a bigger chance for the allies to get healed. So it looks like they build him fairly tanky, but I don't think he's gonna make the bookkeeper's damage. But you notice these attacks take a little bit longer to kill him. I'm gonna just send another tank because I'm pretty sure we won this match, but just sending extra stuff now. And then if I wanted to speed it up, I send the doggos. They're gonna have a long time of regulars, but we've already fulfilled the block limit. So the dogs are gonna, all 3 of them are gonna go right past. That's a win. So looking at the team, the first thing that I saw was like the champions were way too closely booked together for that comp to work. What I would have done to make that team a better team, if we're talking defenses, you may think differently. I would have just switched Regulus and Captain Rev. That would have gave him a much better chance at success. Captain Rev is not a front line attacker. He's a great assist attacker. He's a defender primarily, but Regulus has like invincible shields that keep him from dying. So that's what I would say Regulus should be in the front, not Captain Rev. Now you may say, but doesn't that make Captain Rev less effective? It actually does not. Captain Rev, in my personal opinion, is just as effective one tile behind the enemy, behind the ally, because his ult has way more range than it looks like it does. His ult, you would think is just like a little grid around it. It actually is like Dolores' range when she's doing her heals. So it's a lot bigger than you think it is. And it does make a big impact. I should have actually fixed that, but nobody cares right there. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, that's gonna be a win. But yeah, so you notice that when I have the bookkeepers out there, I should have actually timed them. I think I dropped them on the wrong tile entirely and they didn't merge together. But that's an easy win. Seeing the team comp, saying what demons do I have because I farmed for them. Bookkeepers, if you want to get them, they're in gear rate 1. That's what you want to do is levels 19 to 21 in gear rate 1. That's a good chance to get them there. The next team looks like a slightly tougher team because we have King Hards and Brokir, and we have 2 magical damage dealers. Groups would not do as well here because Comet and Boreas are very difficult to time around. Well, you know what? I take that back. They're somewhat difficult to time around. They waste a lot of your time. This would be a challenging team because they would be getting hit over and over again at the entire time. But what would I do to beat this team? I'm gonna be honest, this is still a very challenging team because these 2 fellas down here are so tanky and they take a very long time to die. And I'm concerned if I'm trying to get them to die or if I'm just trying to get past the block. You could use the boomies, but it's too risky with Comet and Boreas out there. You have the option of anti-air. If you send a strong enough anti-air, they can get through, but then you have the challenge of can you get the number of 3 through at the same time. That's a little bit more of a challenge. I would use a healer because I would need to keep my tank intact. He would get broke here in the front. I could send the axe slaughterers and the bookkeepers. I think that would be a decent option here. I would love it if one of the guys were out in the open and I can attack them as well and get an easy kill, but I can't hit Boreas and I can't hit Comet with any of my units at this point. They're really just gonna be getting free eats. So if that's the case, I'm gonna have to make a sacrifice of a champion just to burn both of their ults, When it ults are burned, then I can go ahead and send out the quality champs that I want to send to get my assault in before their ults restart. So one of the weaknesses of this team, yeah, they get shields, but they're going to take a long time to get their ults back, which gives me a big enough window to hopefully get some work done here. All right, so we need our tanks that are good against magic resistance. I like the big tank because he's hefty. The magical one may actually be a better option because he's going to resist so much. Well, let's check BP. HP is going to be a big factor too. So looking at our big boy here, if we look at his HP, he's at 2.8 million, which is very nice. But if we're looking at the HP of our big boy here, oh, he's not even affiliated. So let's just affiliate him with somebody high just to do it. I may not actually use that one. 1.7. And he has a much better magical resistance, right? The magical resistance is double less, and all the damage you're doing is double less. Our tanky boy here, magical resistance is an 8. So our guy here, one is gonna cost less and be a better option for this fight. So we're bringing him into the fight. We're gonna also put him high on the list because we need him to be in his best shape, followed by our bookkeepers. Meat cleavers may be fine. I don't know if the healers are gonna be a good unit for combat. In all honesty, I don't expect most of these guys to make it through, but I'm going to up here. I may just send the dogs in as a sacrifice. That's fine with me. I'm cool with that. I have never used the shadow casters before, but I know that they're good against defenders. But it's a challenge because it's going to be 2 AoEs raining down on them the entire time, so I don't know if they're going to even make it. I instead am going to send an aerial unit that could possibly kill off those guys overhead. We're going to try him because he can kill Boreas in combat. He can walk, he can drive, he can fly by him and kill them. And aren't they out of range of Elowen? Elowen's initial range, yes, she can put the heals down, the wood troll down and heal them, but I think we can get by enough to get enough damage here. This is going to be a match of timing, critical timing. So who are we going to go with first? I'll send the tank out first, because then I can also gauge how much damage they're going to be doing. They're probably going to kill the tank because that's 2 strong AoE damage dealing champions at once. But he has high resistance, so let's hope for the best. Let's get it to a 10. I'm going to start here. All right, now let's see what we get. Let's see how well they survive. If they do a good enough job, I can send the bookkeeper in next. Oh, he's doing wonderfully. Never mind, he's doing great. I'm going to just send a second one of him because I don't think he's dying anytime soon. Oh, one of them not affiliated? They're not doing much of any. Oh, you know what? He has just high numbers. That's going to happen. So let's go ahead and work down Brook here. I'm going to send the flyers overhead because they probably can make it by.
You triggered my trap card!
Oh, they got the ult again. So they're probably going to take a lot of damage here. If that flyer were to get by, we'd be okay. That's tough. That's not doing very well. Those guys are hanging in there pretty nicely. And I can't get by fast enough. This is tough. I'm going to start to send the bookkeepers next, but they're not dropping, they're not killing Brook here at all. Yeah, everybody's dying except for these guys here in the front. They're living through everything, which is nuts. Yeah, that's a wrap. I don't think I'm going to make it to that fight there. Yeah. That was a tough one. Yeah, I kind of knew that this was going to be a hard comp. I didn't know it was going to be that hard. Now, let me mention something that's very important for you to know. I think it's good for you to have an understanding of the new champions that are coming. There's a new legendary champion that's coming that's called the Fool. And the Fool puts shields on all of your allies. I think it's 40% of their HP for 6 seconds with an 8-second cooldown, which means 75% of the time they're going to have a shield equal to about 40% of their HP that has to be beaten. It's going to be lovely with tanks. What would I do to beat this team? I think I have to go more tanky. Our aerial unit didn't do much of anything, so I'm going to have to get rid of him because I wanted him to make it past everything, and he stopped to fight everything, which didn't help. So I'm going to replace him with a bigger tank. We don't need the doggos unless we can kill Brook here. And I feeling like that's going to be a bit of a challenge. A little bit of technical difficulty there, but we are back. I don't know what happened there, but let's get into the battle. You didn't miss anything. I just started. These tanks survived the entire fight, which really surprised me. So that being said, I'm going to send those bad boys out early because they're going to hold up to business. That was really impressive to see. I didn't expect that. I thought they would take a little bit more damage. They did all right. Once this ult ends, I'm going to send our tank in. That's pretty good. And I'm going to start with the shadow casters because we have a good bit of the block built up. Actually, another tank. We're just going to make it where a lot of these guys can get past on the block. Wait until one more ult passes, and I'm going to send my shadow casters again. There they go. They're both doing their ults. Might actually send some carvers in there too. All right, let's just try it. Let's see what we get. They built the block up, so they got a chance to get into some interesting spots here. Let's see what we get. Okay, they're getting in there. Hars is dropping. Nice. Now, can we get enough to get to the end in time? It looks like we can. Okay, they're not bad. They're not bad at all. They made it through. They was about to die. Okay, so we beat that team. We figured out what the issue was with the team, and we countered it. The main thing that was a good point was building up that block allowed us to start to sneak through the defense. They had actually a really good team, and they had good heals, they had good damage, but because I can build that block up and I had a way to get around the fact that they only use one type of damage. If they had a Silas instead of Comet or a Silas instead of Boreas, I would have been in a lot more trouble because that physical damage would have melted, honestly, all of my tanks. But if you see an opening, that's how you exploit it. You saw me lose and you see me beat them. Now, let's jump into the next one. That stronghold is taken care of. We did a good job. That's 3 out of 4 wins there. Let's jump into the next section, StarTech. So StarTech has already been attacked, which is good for us. That is an interesting team. There are no healers on that team on the bottom, so I'm just going to get that as a free win. Just being honest with you, these are free wins. There's no justification for having no healers on your teams. There may be some instance that somebody knows of, but I don't know of any, and so I'm just going to overwhelm this team and just walk through them. I probably won't have to recheck them anymore. Bookkeeper's going to do most of the killing himself. Honestly, you may laugh. I probably can kill this entire team with just a soulbound archers. 1, 2, go with 3, 4, just to be a troll. I'm sending in the necros. I don't even expect them to live. Yeah, I think the soulbound archers can drop this entire team. That's concerning. This is an important issue. If you're building a team with no healers, you are in trouble. I don't care what comp you think you have, you are in danger. All right, so we're gonna just start it off simple. Stick these boys up here, bring up here, boom. That's a decent merge. And I'm gonna just let them just run by themselves. Yeah, this match is a wrap. I'll just send some of these just to send them because they're not even gonna be in the fight. It's just gonna be to get the count up. Yeah, if you don't have healers, I'm telling you, this is how your matches are gonna go. I literally could have just chosen him. Just chosen the Soulbound Archers and let them fly through. I didn't even have to merge them. I didn't have to send them at the same time. It's a wrap. If you don't have healers on your team, you're costing your entire guild. Put somebody out there. Don't try to make so much damage that you think you're gonna beat every... You see why. So just as a little bit of embarrassment, I'm just gonna equip the Soulbound Archers and send them by themselves, and that's literally gonna be my entire team. So edit team, highest champion, save settings, go to fight. This is how poorly balanced this team is. It would be funny if I lost this though. I'll be honest, that'd be pretty embarrassing. But I got pretty high confidence I won't, especially if I send them together. That's a pretty good merge, that'll do. The only issue they have is up front here, and he's not gonna kill him. It's a wrap. So yeah, I can resist all of y'all. Yeah, that's not good, y'all. So let this be a lesson. If you're trying to build teams that have no healers, stop it. This is one of the most expected champions in Guild v Guild, expected demons in Guild v Guilds to fight against. If you're not making a comp to go against them, you are in danger because they can just snipe everything.
How? Hold on, bro. How?
Should I mix it up? Should I shoot some of the left and right lanes too? That top team seems a little more challenging, especially that high BP. But Ezreal has his work cut out for him. If that Ezreal had his artifact, he would actually be very good for this. But Torador makes this very challenging. But Valeria, This is an interesting team. And I'll tell you why. This is an interesting team because I could send the Bowman at the beginning, kill Valeria, and kill Salazar. And then I would just have 3 to deal with. And to be honest, I think I could take those out with the bookkeepers. But if I send a tank first, I have to deal with Valeria staying alive because Ezra's gonna, no, Ezra can't heal her then. I think I'll switch it up. All right, Bowman's just gonna send just to go sacrifice to get the early kills. Ezra's a great healer, but if I have him synced at the right time, he can be overcome. Tank there, tank's gonna take a lot of damage if I end up using him. And I'm not even having to switch this up. Like, this is going to be that straightforward a team. They also don't have a lot of range damage other than Setram, and Setram is not an AoE target champion. None of these guys actually are. Torador kind of is, so you could call that a thing, but yeah, I'm just going to play around with this team here to see what happens. I'm just going to send these guys because I just need them to get the first couple of kills. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that'll work. It's still set to hard because they have insanely high BP, but this may be a testament, 375 to 438. This may be a testament that BP doesn't matter as much. But that being said, they do have 2 champions on their team that allow them to, I'll just send these guys here. They're usually better to send covered and defended. We do know that, we agree on that. But my goal is to get those Salazar knocked out. If I can knock him off, I'm in good standing. See, I got to get around that heal, and it's possible to do it. Looks like they can do it. They got to get some more shots in. Oh, that's tough. Never mind, they may not.
Have they seen him dance?
Well,
Because they might want to rethink.
oh, that's not good.
He's got good attack speed. I like that. So yeah, that's a wash of them. I just wasted them. Oh, but she's gonna die. Wait, is she? No, she still has an ounce of health. Okay, that's fair. So now tank in here. Valeria's gonna get a really good hit on this tank. I guess it's not nearly as good as I thought it was gonna be. And I'll just send the bookkeepers in. So I overestimated myself. I should have just sent the mages in to be able to pair up with these guys here and get the kill. So that was me actually being a little more boastful than I should have been on the content. And I'm gonna run out of time and take a L. So this is a bad thing on my part. I screwed this one up. I could have got this win. It's actually a very easy win to take. I lost it because it's not on the screen, but I got arrogant. So I lost that team. You already know as you watch this what you would do differently. Not what I just did. I would send a tank in first this time because I need to buy more time for my guys to do more damage because Ezrin did a lot better heals than we thought he'd do. Also because I was only attacking one target at a time, so it makes it much easier for him to be able to do his job. How do we counter that? We get some really heavy damage in, that's really good burst damage, and that should be enough to close the deal. I may switch out the Necros. Necros won't do as good a job. I think that's all physical except for Torador. So in that case, I could send this guy. I'm gonna be honest. I've lost hope in this guy. I don't think he's that amazing. In this case, I can get a tank in there that I can get 2 bowmen, and I should be able to split the damage that Ezrin has to worry about, enough for me to do enough damage to start getting kills in. If I can do that, then we're in good standing. Also, the fact that Valeria survived, that was pretty embarrassing too. So I'm actually gonna start by sending these big boys out here. I'm not a big fan of them, but let's see what they can do here as far as getting multiple targets hit at once. If that works out, then I can get enough damage on Salazar and Valeria to get the kill, which is what I want. So we're gonna send another tank out here because I'm expecting him to die, to be honest. I'm not expecting him to make it that long, but I probably can get the bowman in with this combo and get enough damage for a kill. Okay, that's a pretty good merge too. We're doing a good bit of damage. Now, if I can get them to hit Salazar and him at the same time, I'm good. I need him to hit Salazar at the same time. Looks like it's not working out. Oh, they got Valeria. That's good. They're pushing through fairly well. But, yet again, they died. And against that, if I can get them to hit him at the same time, they'll drop Salazar. But that's not happening. They got him, nice. But it's a lot of work to cover, a lot of ground to cover. And we can't beat the blocks. We have to just send damage to try to kill Torador, and it's not gonna happen. So in the second part, I should have had bigger groups ready to make it to the fight faster. So they're making it in there, they're getting damaged, but Torador's not dropping a tile. So this is good also to show this, because there's a great way to counter this team. There's a new demon that's coming into the game that would have saved me in this battle. So there's a demon, I think he's called the Skeleton Warrior, and his benefit, and it's going to be a Demon Crusade, so you're going to see it. His benefit is that he speeds up all of your champions on the field, except for speedsters. So like your doggos, anything that goes really quick, like your doggos and your spiders, he doesn't speed them up. But he speeds up anything else that's on the field. In that instance, I needed to get more champions to the other side of the map. By the end of the map, we could have taken down Torador and gotten the dub, but since a lot of them took a long time to get to the fight, made it a lot harder to get that dub. So I didn't get it. That's interesting to show, like there's two examples where I could have actually won using that idea of the new demons that are coming into the game. I want to know what you guys think of those battles. You saw I've made some big mistakes, and then I showed where the mistakes can be fixed. And in most cases, I went back and fixed it, except for that last one. The last one's kind of embarrassing. But I want to know your feedback. Let me know how you are faring in Guild v Guild. Keep on asking us questions in the comments. I thoroughly enjoy making this content for you guys in Guild v Guild, because I know people can always use the assistance on how they can make Guild v Guild more effective for their guild, so they can get good scores and they can get all the rewards. And also, Demon Crusades is right around the corner. I've already filmed the video interacting with Demon Crusades. I'm going to do like a live first run on it so you guys can see it, not live, but I'm going to do a first run video so you guys can see what it looks like and what you should be preparing for. So in the meantime, do your Guild v Guild, do your friendly face-off, get a little bit of practice, because it's going to be more expansive content than you think. It's not one-off. It's like, it's like 12 to 18 stages, and they're like stages. It's not just left or right Guild v Guild. So, and I think you could actually take multiple paths. It's nice. It's nice. It's really good puzzle content. But this has been your boy, Mortar Mike. I hope y'all have an amazing, amazing week. Let me know what you guys are getting in Guild v Guild. Did you get a perfect 8 in your guild? Obviously, I did not. So I may not get MVP. Y'all take care. I will see y'all soon. Peace.